Matt has a very unique history and careers. He's had a lot of different types of jobs. So I'm going to let him start by just giving a rundown of all the jobs he's had.
Okay, so I graduated from high school and I knew I really didn't want to go to college. So I just started, I like construction work, so I started working for a contractor and we built houses and did additions and worked for Allsted Construction for about 5 years. And I'm the type that's always looking to better myself. So another job came up for new co-op and maintenance. So I went to work for them and I did painting and then electrical for new co-op. And then another job opportunity came up, and that was for Mid-American Energy. And I worked in the substation department for them doing electrical work for about 5 years. And I guess I wanted to do something different again, so that's when I started my own business, Matt RV Construction, and build houses and additions, decks, just did anything. And that's where I am today.
Okay, so with your career now, with you owning your own business, Matt Harvey Construction, can you tell me what a typical workday looks like for you?
Well, now my typical days are, because now I'm just basically building custom cabinets. So I have a shop that is right next to my house, so it's very nice. I walk to work and I'm out there just basically building cabinets all day.
For people's homes, like for kitchens and things like that.
Yep, new houses or remodels. And you first go and you meet the customers. And
How do you go about getting the job?
I just get phone calls. I'm very lucky. I've never really had to advertise. It's word of mouth. I get a phone call, and the first step is to go meet the people and see what they want for cabinets, what type of cabinets, what kind of layout, and go from there.
Okay, so you bid the job and then.
Bid the job, see what they want. I bid the job. I send them an estimate. If they want me to do it, then we meet again and fine tune the estimate and get started.
All right. What skills are required in your position on a day-to-day basis? What type of skills do you need in order to be able to do your job?
Probably I would say the biggest thing is math is huge in building cabinets. There's a lot of math, laying out the stuff and just talking to the customers and figuring out what they want.
So math, when I think of construction,
night. I worked till about 5 o'clock, and then I did 2 hours worth of paperwork. But it's just something you have to do, and it's estimates, and it's billing, and it's just paperwork, but it has to be done when you own your own business.
Okay. What do you find most enjoyable about having your own business or your career?
Probably the most enjoyable is after you get the product done and you see what you built and making the customer happy, and that's very rewarding.
Seeing all your hard work pay off.
Yes.
How many hours do you work in a typical week? I know you just said you work till 5 and then sometimes you have to work after.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I was in the house, but I was doing paperwork, so that's work too, but I probably work 60 to 70 hours a week.
Okay, so like an average job, they say is a 40-hour week, but when you own your own business,
it would be very difficult to just work 40 hours when you own your own business, especially when you first start and you're trying to get it going. And
it's a lot of work.
yes.
What seasons of the year are the toughest for your job? Is there any seasons that are easier than others, or harder, more difficult?
Well, when I first started, and I did everything. It's December, January, and February are horrible unless you have inside work. But now all that I do just cabinets, it really doesn't matter to me because I'm building them inside.
You're not having to be outside building the houses and
right.
Okay. How important are people skills in your line of work?
I would say it's very important in the line of work, because going and meeting people and talking to them, and you have to be pretty good at it. And
you're not only selling your work, but you're kind of selling yourself in a way too.
Yes, because if they get a bad feeling about you, or you're not going to get the job, because most people get 2 or 3 bids, and a lot of bids are really close, and I think it does depend on what they think of you.
How well they get along with you. Okay. What is it like to be your own boss? I mean, I know we've kind of touched on that a little bit, but would you ever go back to working for someone else after you've...
No, I've thought about it, but the biggest, I love it. I have my own schedule. I do what I want to do. Like I said earlier, the only thing I don't like is I'm never really done, because I'm doing paperwork or my phone rings and people want me to look at a job, so I go at nights and look at jobs, and that's the worst part, but it's not that bad. I mean, I like meeting people.
So a lot of people think that being their own boss would be probably the best thing ever, but when you really think about it, how much time and effort that goes into it, do you think it is for everyone, or do you think it requires a certain set of...
Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. There's guys that I've worked with that work other construction jobs that do excellent work, and they're hard workers. One thing I know about them, they don't know how to manage money well, or they don't have the best people skills. They just want to show up and be told what to do and do that job. And owning your own business would not be for somebody like that. Because you get paid, so you made a good amount of money on this job, but then things slow up a little bit. You got to be able to manage money well is a big part of it.
And time management probably as well, too. Having to manage your own time.
Yes, and so you get different jobs going, and you got to know when to tell this person when I can start your job and when it's going to be done. And
so to own your own business, you have to be very disciplined.
Very disciplined.
Well, thinking everything out ahead of time.
Yes.
So as a construction worker, there's great jobs that you can have. You can make great money, work for somebody else, put in your hours that you put in, and have a wonderful life. But in order to own your own business, it takes a lot of...
There's just a lot more to it that people don't realize.
All right. But overall, you are very happy with your career and all the work that you've put in throughout your life?
I'm very happy with the decisions I've made, and I guess taking all them other jobs led me up to this, all them other experiences.
Okay, so that brings us to our last question. What advice would you give to someone who is looking at pursuing this type of career, owning your own business in construction?
I guess would be to work for somebody first to gain a lot of experience and talk with them to realize what you're in for. It's not just, I'm going to own my business, I can do whatever I want, it's going to be great, because it is a lot of hard work and a lot of time.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking your time and doing this interview, and hopefully it'll help some people that are looking to going into the same type of career.
Okay.